Fargo Davies leads 1-0 off a goal by Ali Matter. 24:44 to go in the first half of play. And that's all the scoring so far. And immediately, appreciate all your assistance. That one's going to be popped up, and can Oleg get there? She does! She makes a jumping grab just as the ball was about to go over the fence. Mabor, a perfect 4 for 4. And a slam dunk from Harney. Braden Keene is the guy in the backfield here. Mitchell's under center. And man in motion coming to the near side. And he'll look to the corner, and he's got Trey Brunell in the end zone for the touchdown. And it's 7-6. Skyhawks are on the board. 41-37, 4:25 to go here. The Vikings will work it down low, and now there's slam dunk and one. How about that? A slam dunk by Gavin Keller, and he got fouled on the two-handed throwdown. 5:07 and counting in the shotgun, looking to pass near side, going for Jamal Spivey, and he got it. A 24-yard touchdown connection from Clemens to Spivey. Brings up Kenzie McKinnon, and put your outfielders in left and left center, because that one's going to left field, and that's gone. That is a two-run shot for Kenzie McKinnon. And it's 3-0 Central Cass as the Squirrels will come out to home plate and wait for McKinnon to come across home. That one was gone the moment it hit the bat. Shot from the point, Bree Adams, lowering hard, and it's in! Off the stick of Sydney Kamstrup, and the Cougars are on the board. Dahl will drop back to pass again. This one's over the middle and intercepted by Gunnar Broughton at the 40, at the 30, at the 25-20, and he has a man to beat. Cuts inside, 10-5 touchdown. Gunnar Broughton on the pick six, and the Vikings now lead 35-0. All right. Welcome to Fargo South High School. How you doing this evening? Or I should say late afternoon, early evening, whatever you'd like to call it. We'll call it whatever you'd like to call it. We're getting ready here for a swimming triangular between Fargo South hosting the Shanley Deacons and the Wahpeton Huskies. And we'll have 12 events total today. We will tell you more about it, plus Parents' Night tonight as well. And we'll tell you a little bit more about it when we come back after this timeout here on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a number one draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, welcome back here. We're about maybe 12 or so minutes away from kicking off this swimming triangular between Fargo South hosting the Shanley Deacons and the Wahpeton Huskies. 12 events in today's meet, I should say. The first four will lead us into the diving. That'll be the 200-yard medley relay is event number one. There'll be heats 1 and 2 of that. And then the 200-yard freestyle, there'll be one heat. And then a 200-yard individual medley, 2 heats of that race. And then the 50-yard freestyle, and there will be a total of 4 heats in the 50-yard freestyle, and that'll lead us into the break there as we get ready for the 1-meter diving contest. And it would be flight 1 of 1 in the 1-meter diving, and then we'll go into event 6 after another break, which will be the 100-yard butterfly. There will be 1 heat in that event, and then the 100-yard freestyle, which is event number 7 of 12, will include 3 heats, and then the 8th event will be the 500-yard freestyle. And in the 500-yard freestyle, there will be 2 heats. And then in event 9 will be the 200-yard freestyle relay. That will have 2 heats as well. That'll take us into event 10 of 12. And the 10th event will be the 100-yard backstroke. That'll have heat 1 and heat 2. And then the event 11 will be the 100-yard breaststroke. And that will be heat 1 and heat 2 in the 100-yard breaststroke. And then the final event of the evening will be the 400-yard freestyle relay, and there will be 1 heat of that. 6 lanes here at Fargo South. It's our 3rd time that we've done a swim meet. First two went well. You're going to notice some new things in this particular broadcast that we did not have in the first two. And it's just a minor improvement. And as we do more and more, we'll give even some more minor improvements. And then in a couple of years from now, it'll look pretty awesome. So at least that's the goal anyway. So once again, 12 events here. It's Fargo South hosting the Deacons from Fargo Shanley and the Huskies from south of Fargo in Wahpeton. We've seen all three of these teams on the ND Sports Channel in the past, just not in a swimming event with the exception of Fargo South. So with that said, we'll take another timeout. When we come back, we'll turn it over to our PA announcer. I do believe it's Parents' Night tonight as well. So we'll rejoin those festivities when they start. We're about 9 minutes away from kicking this thing off here on the ND Sports Channel. Back in a moment.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, welcome back here. PA announcer going over the starting lineups here. Fargo South has just come out. Shanley's over on the far side. And Wahpeton is along the back of the pool. So Fargo South, Shanley, and then the Wahpeton Huskies straight back towards the top of your screen there.
The Fargo Shanley Deacons are coached by Jackie
Once again, 12 events. And event number 5 will be the diving, and Parents' Night will happen between events 4 and 5. So the 50-yard freestyle, then Parents' Night, then the diving, then the 100-yard butterfly, which is event number 6. Once again, 12 events total tonight.
Good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask that you cheer for your team and be respectful of the opponent. As high school student athletes, we commit to fair play, responsibility, and respect. We invite you to support our effort. Please stand and remove your hats for our national anthem while Sydney Cobell, a junior at Fargo South, performs our national anthem.
So proudly waited at the twilight's last gleam, whose bustles and bright stars through the perilous skies, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets were there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The Fargo Public School does not stand for training personnel for today's position. Last year, as we said before, we are thankful and appreciate these services. Reminder that tonight's meet is on Meet Mobile. Search Fargo South. It's also being streamed live on the North Dakota Sports Channel, youtube.com/ND Sports Channel.
All right, we're only seconds away here. Well, maybe a minute or so away. 59 seconds to be exact here from starting things off. Once again, 12 events. First one will be the 200-yard medley relay. We'll follow that up with the 200-yard freestyle, then the 200-yard individual medley, and then the 50-yard freestyle. And that will take us into Parents' Night, followed by the diving. After the diving, we'll have the 100-yard butterfly, the 100-yard freestyle, the 500-yard freestyle, the 200-yard freestyle relay, which will be event number 9, and then event number 10 will be the 100-yard backstroke. Event 11 will be the 100-yard breaststroke, and your final event of the evening will be the 400-yard freestyle relay. Once again, Fargo South High School here. Mike Mason with you on the ND Sports Channel as the Bruins host both the Deacons and the Huskies here in a swimming triangular at Fargo South High School. 6 lanes. Lane 1 is on the near bottom corner of your screen, while lane 2, then lane 3, then lane 4, lane 5, and lane 6 on the far side of your screen there.
200-yard medley relay, heat 1.
Swimmers will jump in.
In lane 3, Shanley C, Noah, Green, Markison, and Jones. In lane 4,
So lanes 3 and 4 being used here.
Thompson, Close, and Komrosky.
Shanley in lane 3, Fargo South in lane 4. The first swimmers are Sarah Noah for Shanley and Ashley Jean Williams for Fargo South. Right now, Sarah Noah, the freshman, with a slight lead. Now taking off is Brooklyn Greening, followed by Abby Gatorsum. Heat 1 of 2. Next 2 swimmers for Shanley will be Macy Markison and Olivia Jones. The next 2 swimmers for Fargo South will be Allison Closely and Audrey Komrosky. Fargo South now with a slight lead, but Shanley catching up. It's pretty much neck and neck here. As Greening takes a slight lead, and that allows Shanley to take off first. And swimming now for the Deacons is Macy Markison, a 7th grader, and Allison Closely, a freshman. Olivia Jones in the lead now here for Shanley as Audrey Komrosky gets into the water for the Bruins. Komrosky trying to hustle, but she has a lot of gained ground to gain is what I'm trying to say there. And it looks like Shanley will win this one here. And Jones will touch up at approximately 2:38. Get the official time here momentarily, and Fargo South will touch up at approximately 2:45. Now conclude Heat 1. Heat 2 will feature swimmers in lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So nobody in the near lane here. Lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Heat 2 of the 200-yard medley relay. Huskies in lane 2, Deacons in lane 3, Bruins in lane 4, Deacons in lane 5, Bruins in lane 6.
Swimming in lane 4, Fargo South A, Haas, Owen, Donna, and Owen. Swimming in lane 5, Shanley B, Johnson, Green, Schneider, and Ostley. Swimming in lane 6, Fargo South B.
Shanley once again in the lead here. Marginal lead, but it's a lead. Brooklyn Hansen for Shanley. swimming, but two others catching up to her there. Lanes 2, 3, and 4. Check that. 3, 4, and 5 is what I meant to say. In the lead right now, Shanley, Bruins, and Shanley. Lane 5 will have the lead here. Right now, Fargo South in the lead in lane 4. And she'll touch up with a time of approximately 2:16. And 2:33 over in lane 6 there for Fargo South. Once again, unofficial times. We'll get the official times momentarily here. That will conclude the 200-yard medley relay, and now we'll go to the 200-yard freestyle. One heat. Swimmers in all 6 lanes. In lane 1, Olivia Jones from Shanley. In lane 2, Haley Jagger from Shanley. In lane 3, Sydney Quibble from Fargo South. In lane 4, Sierra Martin from Fargo South. In lane 5, Oceana Kuamoose from Fargo South. And in lane 6, Elena Lajesi from Wahpeton in lane 6. Quibble and Martin in lanes 3 and 4 from Fargo South, currently in the lead. Sydney Quibble, the junior, with a slight advantage over her teammate Sierra Martin there in lane 3 and 4. And Quibble will continue that short lead there over her teammate. Haley Jagger from Shanley in lane 2 in 3rd right now. Almost neck and neck there. And they turn around at about the same time. Sierra Martin now with a slight advantage over Quibble in lane 4 there. And about 2:08 unofficially there for Sierra Martin, followed by Quibble at about 2:09.
Here are the results. result of the 200-yard medley relay. In third place, the A-team from Shanley, Conrad, Hanson, Jones, and Jager. In second place, the A-team from Wahpeton, Rubbish, Peterson, Roberts, and Madero. And in first place, your team from Fargo South, Haas, Owens, Hines, and Owens. (200-yard individual medley, Heat 1).
There'll be 2 heats here in the 200-yard individual medley. Heat 1 will feature swimmers in lanes 2, 3, and 4, all from Fargo South. Lane 2, Shelby Vines. Lane 3, Madeline Haas. And lane 4, Abigail Charbonneau.
Swimming in lane 2, Vines, Fargo South. In lane 3, Haas, Fargo South. And in lane 4, Charbonneau, Fargo South.
Shelby Vines with the lead here at the moment. Once again, all 3 Fargo South Bruins. Vines a junior, Haas a freshman, and Charbonneau a 8th grader. And once again, Vines will hit the turn first. Madeline Haas catching up there to Shelby Vines in lane 3. Now Madeline Haas will indeed take the lead. With Vines right behind her in lane 2 there, and Charbonneau over in lane 4. She'll touch up with an approximate time of 2:17 there on the turn. And Haas will take it with an unofficial time of about 2:57. Coming in second at 3:03, and then at 3:04 over in lane 4 there was Charbonneau. So Haas, Vines, and Charbonneau 1, 2, and 3 for Fargo South there in Heat 1 of the 200-yard individual medley. Heat 2 will feature swimmers in all 6 lanes. Shanley in lanes 1 and 2, Fargo South in lane 3, Wahpeton in lane 4, Shanley in lane 5, and Fargo South in lane 6. In lane 1, it'll be Miriam Breen from Shanley. In lane 2, it'll be Danny Heckerman from Shanley. Katie Iverson from Fargo South in lane 3, Sydney Roberts from Wahpeton in lane 4, Olivia Johnson from Shanley in lane 5, and Nora Becker in lane 6 from Fargo South. 2:08:07 is the record set back on September 12th, 2006 by Hannah Whitehead.
In heat 1, disqualification, lane 3, stroke violation. Heat 2.
Looks like Katie Iverson has a slight lead in lane 3 there for Fargo South.
Swimming for Shanley in lane 5, Johnson. And swimming for South in lane 6, Becker.
Iverson will indeed make that turn at the wall there and keep her lead. And she has, I wouldn't say comfortable lead, but a decent lead right now over all of her opponents. See if she can keep it. So Iverson spins around there, about 50 seconds on that spin. Turn, I should say, whatever you would like to call it. Iverson will touch the wall there at about 105. Everybody else touching at approximately 113, so approximately an 8-second lead there for Katie Iverson for Fargo South over in lane 3. She'll make that turn at approximately 147. Second place there at about 155. So still about an 8-second lead there for Katie Iverson in lane 3 as she's cruising. Hits the wall at about 2:04, is on her way back. Iverson will finish up unofficially at about 2:07. Wait, no, I think that was the wrong time on the scoreboard there. It's probably closer to about 2:20, actually. The swimmers will finish up at about 2:35 with lane 1 here. Touching up at about 2:45, and then over on the far side, the final swimmer will cross. Right, let's see here. Times didn't show up there. I'm going to guess it's just shy of 3 minutes.
In 4th place from Fargo South, Colomoose. In 3rd place from Shanley, Jager. In 2nd place from Fargo South, Quabell. And in 1st place from Fargo South, Martin.
That'll bring us to the 50-yard freestyle. We'll have 4 heats of the 50-yard freestyle. Swimmers in lanes 3 and 4 from Shanley. It's Elizabeth McDermott in lane 3, and from Wahpeton, it's Jaden Cherry, senior for the Huskies in lane 4. Or possibly just Jaden Cherry.
Swimming in lane 4 from Wahpeton, Cherry.
Elizabeth McDermott was on the schedule, but apparently is not swimming in this one. So Cherry hit the first turn there at about 21 seconds. And she touches up at approximately 41 seconds.
Heat 2.
Heat 2, to the best of our knowledge, will feature swimmers in lanes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that does appear to be the case.
Swimming in lane 1, Noah from Shanley. In lane 2 from South, Cole. In lane 3 from Shanley, Jones.
All right, Sarah Noah from Shanley in lane 1. Allison Closely from Fargo South in lane 2. Kendall Jones from Shanley in lane 3. Chloe Rubbish from Wahpeton in lane 4. And Audrey Komrosky from Fargo South in lane 5. Once again, lane 1's on the near side of the screen. The 2, 3, 4, 5 on the far side of the screen there. And it looks like Komrosky may have won that one with a time of approximately 33 seconds. That will take care of Heat 2 of 4 of the 50-yard freestyle. Heat 3 will feature swimmers in all 6 lanes. Fargo South in lanes 1 and 2, Shanley in lane 3, Fargo South in lane 4, Shanley in lane 5, and Fargo South in lane 6. In lane 1, it'll be Haley Schmidt from Fargo South, Aaliyah Greenberg in lane 2 from Fargo South, Olivia Jones from Shanley in lane 3. Macy Markison from Shanley in lane 5. I skipped Ava Owens in lane 4 from Fargo South, and in lane 6 from Fargo South, Abby Gatormson.
Shanley Markison. And in lane 6 from South, Thompson.
And this is a close one here in lane 3 and 4. And the winner will touch up at about 29 seconds there. And that will be Olivia Jones. Check that. That was a lane off. It'll be Ava Owens from Fargo South in lane 4. Swimmers in all 6 lanes in Heat 4 once again. Fargo South in lanes 1, 2, and 3. Shanley in lane 4 and 5. Wahpeton in lane 6. You got Mikhail Owens from Fargo South in lane 1, Sarah Wall from Fargo South in lane 2, Darby Human from Fargo South in lane 3, Brooklyn Hansen from Shanley in lane 4, Sarah Osley from Shanley in lane 5, and Kenna Remley from Wahpeton in lane 6. Looks like lane 3 here might have a chance to snag it, and they do at approximately 27 seconds. That is Darby Human from Fargo South.
The result of the 200-yard individual medley. In 5th place, Green from Shanley. In 4th place, Johnson from Shanley. In 3rd place, from Shanley, Heckman. In 2nd place, Roberts from Wahpeton. And winning the 200-yard individual medley from Fargo South, Iverson.
All right, so that should bring a break. Set pool up here for the diving portion of the broadcast, and in the meantime, we'll have Parents' Night, and we'll get results for the first 4 events. I have the results for the first 2 events so far. We'll get the results for events 3 and 4 as soon as they become available, and looks like they just became available. No, this is the diving lineup, actually. Oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry. This is lane 4, event 3. So I'm missing the results for event 3 at the moment. At least I think I am.
In 2nd place from Shanley, Hansen. And winning the 50-yard freestyle from Fargo South, Kuhlman.
After 4 events, Fargo South leads Shanley 38-24. We'll take a timeout. Be back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel at Magnitude Sports Media Network station. All right, welcome back. They're getting the pool set here for the diving competition. We'll have 7 divers and 6 rounds, I believe. Let me double check here. Yeah, 6 rounds of diving between those 7 divers. And instead of going over the results, we'll get right into the diving. We'll go over the results a little bit later here for those first 4 events. Actually, no, they're just warming up right now. So we will go over the results of those first 4 events. Our first event was the 200-yard medley relay, and taking first was Fargo South's team of Madeline Haas, Micaiah Owens, Shelby Vines, and Ava Owens with a time of 2:15:41. Wahpeton took second with the team of Chloe Rubbish, Bree Peterson, Sydney Roberts, and Haley Monroe, if I'm saying that correctly, and if not, I do apologize, with a time of 2:19:24. Shanley finished third with a time of 2:20:93 with the team of Abby Conrad, Brooklyn Hansen, Kendall Jones, and Haley Jagger. Shanley finished fourth, Fargo South finished fifth, Shanley finished sixth, and Fargo South finished seventh in the 200-yard medley relay. In the 200-yard freestyle was Sierra Martin with a state qualifying time of 2:08.61 for Fargo South. She is a freshman. Sydney Quibble also with a state qualifying time of 2:09.78. She is a junior for Fargo South. Coming in third was Haley Jagger, a junior for the Deacons at 2:20.42. Oceana Coolamoose, Fargo South, coming in fourth with a time of 2:23.75. Olivia Jones of Shanley, a freshman, coming in fifth with a time of 2:30.84. And Elenia LaJesse of Wahpeton. I'm going to go with Elena on that one. If I'm wrong, I apologize. A freshman for the Huskies, finishing sixth with a time of 2:33.66. In event number 3, the 200-yard individual medley, it was Fargo South's Katie Iverson with a state qualifying time of 2:19.70. Wahpeton's Sydney Roberts will come in second with a time of 2:30.65. Shanley's Danny Heckelman with a time of 2:33.05 came in third. Olivia Johnson of Shanley came in fourth with a time of 2:36.11. Shanley's Mariam Breen, let's just say Breen, a sophomore, with a time of 2:45.46 coming in fifth. Coming in sixth, Nora Becker, eighth grader for the Bruins, with a time of 2:55.03. Other swimmers, Shelby Vines, Abigail Charbonneau, and Madeline Haas with times of 3:02.80, 3:04 even, and then Madeline Haas would finish on a DQ and not get a time. And then in the 50-yard freestyle, in event number 4, Darby Human for Fargo South, a sophomore with a state qualifying time of 27.32. Shanley's 7th grader Brooklyn Hansen with also a state qualifying time of 27.66. Other swimmers included Sarah Wall from Fargo South in third, Micaiah Owens from Fargo South in fourth, Sarah Osley from Shanley in fifth, Kenna Remley from Wahpeton in sixth, Olivia Jones from Shanley in seventh, Chloe Rubbish from Wahpeton in eighth, and Jaden Cherry from Wahpeton in ninth. Other swimmers that do not place officially: Ava Owens, Macy Markinson, Haley Schmidt, Aaliyah Greenberg, Abby Gatornson, Audrey Komrosky, Kendall Jones, Allison Closely, and Sarah Noah. And after 4 events, Fargo South leads Shanley 38-24. Once again, a complete recap and full results for every swimmer in every race will be in our post-meet show after event number 12. Once again, we're getting ready here for the 1-meter diving. We'll have 7 divers, 6 rounds. It'll be Jackie Maug, Maddie Fisher, Kieran Darling, Sarah Osley, Anna Gatormson, Kayla Matheson, and Mackenzie Rohde. Your divers in that order in rounds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it. I almost said 7, but there's only 6 rounds of diving here on this particular meet. So once again, those divers will go in that order for all 6 rounds. And we'll take another timeout, and when we come back, we'll have that diving portion. Potentially parents night either before or after the diving. We'll find out when we return after this on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games.
All right, we'll come out of that break a little bit early here. Your first diver is Jackie Mong. Inward dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.4. Next up will be Maddie Fisher, 18.20 for Jackie Maug, excuse me. Now Maddie Fisher with an inward dive tuck. Same dive as Jackie's. Degree of difficulty, 1.4.
Inward dive tuck, 1.4.
Nice dive there for Maddie Fisher. That will score her a total of, waiting for it, 21.70 for Maddie Fisher. That'll bring up Kieran Darling, Fargo South, inward dive pike. Degree of difficulty a little bit higher, 1.5 on this dive. Nicely done there for Kiera Darling, and that dive will score her a total of 28.50. Sarah Osley from Shanley, inward dive pike, degree of difficulty 1.5. Nicely done there for Sarah Osley from Shanley, and that dive will score her a grand total of 22.50. Anna Guttormson from Fargo South is our next diver. Inward dive pike, degree of difficulty 1.5. All right, Guttormson will float up from that dive there and score 27.75. Nicely done. Next up, Kayla Matheson from Shanley. Inward dive pike, degree of difficulty 1.5. Matheson will score at 27.00. That'll bring up Mackenzie Rohde of Fargo South. Inward dive pike, degree of difficulty 1.5, and that'll wrap up round one of our divers here. Nice dive there by Rohde, and she will score a total of 30.75. Round two, Jackie Maug from Fargo South. Inward single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. .20 on that one. Maddie Fisher from Shanley. Inward single somersault tuck. 1.6 degree of difficulty. Nicely done. That dive will earn her a total of 22.40.
Score of 22.40. Darling.
That brings up Kira Darling from Fargo South. It's an inward 1.5 somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 2.2. .00.
Osley. 402C.
Sarah Osley from Shanley. Degree of difficulty 1.6 on an inward single somersault tuck. Nicely done there. That should score Osley some points, and the points that she will get will be 28.00. Annika Tortson from Fargo South. Degree of difficulty 2.2 on an inward 1.5 somersault tuck. Tornson will get the cheers, and she'll get the score of 30.80.
Matheson.
That brings up Kayla Matheson from Shanley. Degree of difficulty 1.6 on an inward single somersault tuck. Nicely done. That will bring in a grand total of 28.00 points. Mackenzie Rohde, degree of difficulty 2.4 on an inward 1.5 somersault pike. This will round up round 2 of our divers. That will pull in a total of 34.80.
Now beginning round 3.
Starter round 3 is Jackie Mogg from Fargo South. Degree of difficulty is 1.6 and a forward 1.5 somersault tuck. Once again, first diver of round 3. Heard somebody down below saying nice. And we'll see how nice that looks on the scoreboard. Not bad, 23-20.
Fisher, 202A, back 1 somersault straight.
Maddie Fisher from Shanley, degree of difficulty 1.7 on a backward single somersault straight. Nicely done there by Maddie Fisher, and she will pull in a grand total of 23.80 on the points. Kieran Darling from Fargo South, degree of difficulty is 2.2 on a forward double somersault tuck. Darling will get the applause as she wipes the water out of her eyes, and the score that pops up on the scoreboard will be 38.50. Nicely done there for Kira Darling.
52-23D, back 1.5
Sarah Osley from Shanley, degree of difficulty 2.3 on a backwards single somersault, 1.5 twist free. Osley will float up and get a score of 52.23. 37.95. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong number there. I figured that might have been a little bit high there. Hannah Gatorsum from Fargo South. Degree of difficulty 2.3 on a forward double somersault pike. Nicely done there for Gatorsum. The Fargo South Bruin will score a total of 40.25. That brings up Kayla Matheson, from Shanley. Degree of difficulty is 2.3 on a backwards single somersault, 1.5 twist free. .35. Mackenzie Rhodey of Fargo South. Degree of difficulty is 2.2 on a forward double somersault tuck. So wrap up round 3 of the divers. Nicely done there by Mackenzie Road.
Now beginning round 4. On 51-21D. Forward, 1 somersault, half twist, free position.
Jackie Mogg from Fargo South. Degree of difficulty 1.7 on a forward single somersault, half twist free. Starting round 4. Nicely done there, and that will score 21.25. That brings up Maddie Fisher from Shanley. Degree of difficulty is 1.7. Backwards, single somersault, half twist free. Nicely done there, and that one will score her grand total of, waiting for it still, waiting for it, 17.00.
51-32D.
Brings up Kieran Darling from Fargo South. Degree of difficulty is 2.2 on a forward 1.5 somersault twist free.
Score 33.0.
33.00.
Forward, 1.5 somersault, tuck, 1.6.
Sarah Osley now. Degree of difficulty is 1.6 on a forward 1.5 somersault tuck.
Score 24.0. The Thompson 301B. Reverse dive pike 1.7.
Good turns from Fargo South. Reverse dive pike. Degree difficulty 1.7.
Score
24.65.
Matheson, 103.
Kayla Matheson from Shanley. Degree of difficulty is 1.7 here on a forward 1.5 somersault pike. Nicely done there by Matheson, and she will rise to the applause. Pick up a score of 29.75.
Rhodey, 51-32.
Mackenzie Rhodey of Fargo South. Degree of difficulty on this one is 2.2. It's a forward 1.5 somersault twist free. Wrapping up round 4 of our divers. Nicely done there by Rhodey, 39.60.
Now beginning round 5. Mon.
Started round 5 is Jackie Moan.
Forward, 1 somersault.
Degree of difficulty is 1.9. It's a forward single somersault, single twist free.
Score
22.80.
Fisher, 102C. Forward, 1 somersault.
Maddie Fisher of Shanley has a degree of difficulty of 1.4 on the forward single somersault tuck. $20.30.
3-0. Darling, 301C.
Kieran Darling from Fargo South. Degree of difficulty is 1.6 on a reverse dive tuck. Total score 27-20.
Osley, 104C.
Sarah Osley of Shanley. Degree of difficulty on this one's 2.2. It's a forward double somersault tuck. Nice job there by Osley. That dive will score her a grand total of 38.50. Nicely done there by Osley.
203C. Back, 1.5 somersault.
Annika Torsum.
2.0.
Degree of difficulty 2.0. It's a backward 1.5 somersault tuck. Tormson will score a total of 25-0-0.
Matheson, 104C.
Brings up Kayla Matheson of Shanley.
2.2.
Degree of difficulty 2.2 on a forward double somersault tuck. Nice job there by Kayla Matheson on that forward double somersault tuck, and it will score her grand total of 35.20. Mackenzie Rhodey, degree of difficulty is 2.1. It's a reverse 1.5 somersault tuck. Nicely done there by Mackenzie Rohde to wrap up round 5, and she'll score a total of 39.90. That'll bring us to round 6 with Jackie Mong. And that is Mong, excuse me, our final round. Degree difficulty 1.6, a reverse dive tuck. Nice dive there, and after the applause, she'll get a score of ... waiting. Loading. Put a little loading screen on there.
Failed dive. Fisher, 103C, forward, 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6.
Maddie Fisher, 1.6, forward 1.5 somersault tuck. Fisher will score a total of 20.80. That'll bring it Kieran Darling from Fargo South. Degree of difficulty is 1.5 on a back dive tuck.
201C, back dive tuck, 1.5.
$19.50. They bring up Sarah Osley from Shanley now. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. Reverse single somersault tuck.
Score 28.50. Osley, 302C, reverse 1 somersault tuck, 1.6.
Osley will score a total of 29.60 on that dive.
Thompson, 5223D, back 1 somersault.
Annika Torsen from Fargo South. It's a backward single somersault, 1.5 twist free, degree difficulty 2.3.
Matheson, 301C, reverse dive tuck.
Kayla Matheson from Shanley. Degree of difficulty is 1.6 on a reverse dive tuck. Nicely done there by Matheson, and that will result in a total score of 29.60. Our final diver, Mackenzie Rohde of Fargo South. Degree of difficulty is 2.3 on a backward 1.5 somersault pike. Bodie will score a total of 40.25 on that dive there.
This concludes diving.
All right. That will wrap up the diving portion of our contest here. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have the official diving results, as well as parents' night. There we go. And then we'll get into the second half of our swim meet here from Fargo South High School. The Bruins, the Deacons, and the Huskies. Continues after this on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
The North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle it.
All right, we'll come out here for Parents' Night of that break a little early.
Nora Becker, an 8th grader. Parents Allie and Troy. Aaliyah Greenberg, an 8th grader. Parents Nancy and Marv. Haley Schmitz, an 8th grader. Parents are Rodney and Trisha. Abigail Charbonneau, 8th grader. Parents are Doug and Kristen. Maddie Haas, a freshman. Parents are Tanya and Matt. Allison Close, a freshman. Parent is Suzette Close. Oceana Colamoose, a freshman. Parents are Tanya and Chris. Sierra Martin, a freshman. Parents are Travis and Heidi. Jacqueline Mon, a freshman. Parents are Sharon Goldsmith and Brett Mon. Darby Human, a sophomore. Parents are Mitch and Jill. Katie Iverson, a sophomore. Her parents are Jack and Heather Iverson. Kieran Darling, junior. Parents are John and Susie. Anna Guttormson is a junior. Her sister Abby Guttormson is a freshman. Their parents are Mike and Carrie. Sadie Cobell, junior. Parents are Karen and John. Shelby Vines, a junior. Her parents are John and Joy. Sarah Wall, a junior. Her parents are Darcy and Todd. Ashley Jean Williams, a junior. Her mom is Jennifer Carmen. Alyssa McAllister, a senior. Her parents are Tammy and Damian. Micaiah Owens and Ava Owens. Micaiah's a senior, Ava's an 8th grader. Parents are Bob and Tyann. And senior Mackenzie Rohde. Parents are Tim and Melissa. Thank you to all the Fargo South parents.
All right. So each of those parents will come up here and get their photo taken. Go over the diving results here for you. Mackenzie Rohde of Fargo South, senior, coming in first with a total score of 226.00. Kira Darling of Fargo South coming in second with a total score of 188.70. Anna Guttormson of Fargo South coming in with a total score of 187.55. Kayla Matheson from Fargo Shanley, the freshman, coming in with a total of 182.90. Sarah Osley, the freshman from Shanley, with a total of 180.55. And Maddie Fisher coming in sixth from Shanley, the freshman, with 126.00. Jackie Mong of Fargo South, the freshman, had the wrong dive in round 6. Should be X'd out with a score of 104.65. As they finish taking photos, they'll have approximately a 10-minute warm-up here for the swimmers to get back into the water and also get the lane ropes reassigned there. And we'll be back with event 5 of 12, check that, 6 of 12 coming up next here on the ND Sports Channel. Be right back.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, welcome back. Swimmers are warming up here. 7:16 right now. The pool will close for warm-ups at 7:22, and they'll get us set for events 6 through 12. Event 6 will be the 100-yard butterfly. There'll be one heat of that, and then the event 7 will be the 100-yard freestyle, and we'll have 3 heats of the 100-yard freestyle. Then we'll have 2 heats of the 500-yard freestyle, which will be event number 8. Event number 9 will be the 200-yard freestyle relay, and we'll have 2 heats of that relay, and then that'll bring us to event number 10, which will be the 100-yard backstroke, and there'll be 2 heats for the 100-yard backstroke in event number 10. Event number 11 will be the 100-yard breaststroke. There'll be 2 heats of that, and then our final event of the evening will be event number 12, the 400-yard freestyle relay, and that'll be heat 1 of 1. So once again, it's the Fargo South Bruins hosting the Shanley Deacons and the Wahpeton Huskies here on the swim meet triangular, if that's what you want to call it, here on the ND Sports Channel. Once again, the pool will close at 7:22. That is approximately 5 minutes from right now. So with that, we'll take a 4.5-minute break, and then we'll come back and be ready for event number 6. And once again, coming up in our post-meet show, we'll go over all the results for every swimmer in every race and every dive competition in our post-meet show. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, welcome back. Heat 1 of the 100-yard butterfly. Let's pull out the roster here for that one. Shanley in lane 2, Fargo South in lane 3, Wahpeton in lane 4, Fargo South in lane 5 and 6. Alexa Lorsbowl from Shanley in lane 2, Sydney Quibble in lane 3 from Fargo South, Sydney Roberts from lane 4 from Wahpeton, Shelby Vines in lane 5 from Fargo South, Nora Becker in lane 6 from Fargo South. And it actually looks like we don't have a swimmer in lane 2, so it's just lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right now it's Sydney Quibble, the junior from Fargo South, in the lead. And she'll touch up with approximately time 1:07. Lane 6 at about 1:27, lane 5 at about 1:29.
Yard freestyle, heat 1.
That brings us to the 100-yard freestyle. Brooklyn Greening from Shanley in lane 3 there. And in lane 4 is Jaden Cherry from Wahpeton.
Swimming in lane 3 from Shanley, Greening. Swimming in lane 4 from Wahpeton, Cherry.
And it's about even right now. We'll see who turns first. And they will turn at about the same time, about 21 seconds. It appears that Greening will have possibly a slight lead here, but it's going to be close. Cherry in lane 4, Greening in lane 3. They are basically neck and neck, and they're going to come in, and it is going to be Greening who will flip first. And that flip will give her a little bit of a lead. We'll see if Cherry can catch up. Once again, it's the 100-yard freestyle, so the next trip back will be the final trip. So we just cracked the 1 minute mark here. Greening will turn first. Cherry approximately 4 or 5 seconds behind here. We'll see if she can get a burst and catch up, or if Greening's gonna take it. And Greening's gonna come out in the lead here for Shanley, and she will touch up with a time of 129.9. And Cherry with a time of about 135. That'll wrap up heat 1 of the 100-yard freestyle. And heat 2 will have swimmers in all 6 lanes. Ashley Jane Williams from Fargo South in lane 1. Abby Gatorsum from Fargo South in lane 2. Haley Schmitz from Fargo South in lane 3. Haley Modrow from Wahpeton in lane 4. Emily Hodel from Shanley in lane 5. And Myra Snyder from Shanley in lane 6.
Williams, Fargo South. Swimming in lane 2 from South, Gatorsum. Swimming in lane 3 from South, Schmidt. Swimming in lane 4 from Wahpeton, Madero. Swimming in lane 5 from Shanley, Hodel.
Haley Madero in lane 4 with a slight advantage there. And she'll flip first. Schmitz from Fargo South and Hodel from Shanley in lanes 3 and 5 respectively. Right behind Modrow from Wahpeton. And Modrow will turn. And now it's close. It's close there in lane 3 and 4 between Schmitz and Modrow. There's your 2 leaders. Modrow will touch first. Just barely in the nick of time at approximately 110. And Schmidt right behind her within tenths of a second. 109.19 and 109.90 for first and second. Difference of about 0.7 of a second, 7.1 to be exact. Heat 3, Fargo South, lane 1, Ava Owens. Shanley, lane 2, Abby Conrad. Shanley, lane 3, Haley Jager. Fargo South, lane 4, Sarah Wall. Wahpeton, lane 5, Bree Peterson. And Fargo South, lane 6, Aaliyah Greenberg. Heat 3 of the 100-yard freestyle. 2 trips. That's Haley Jager from Shanley in lane 3 there in the lead right now. Still one more trip of the pool to go. Jager will spin. And the other 2 lanes about tied for second there, but Jager hanging on to the lead. Jager not only hanging on to the lead, but now increasing the lead there. In lane 4, Sarah Wall from Fargo South is probably the next closest. Abby Conrad going to be battle for second here as Haley Jager will win it. Sarah Wall will come in right behind her, and that is Conrad next. .101.34 the official time there in lane 4 for Sarah Wall, who wins it.
500-yard freestyle, heat 1.
Now the 500-yard freestyle, one of 2 heats. We'll have swimmers in lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5. Fargo South in lane 2 and 3. Shanley in lane 4. Wahpeton in lane 5. Once again, the lanes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. From the bottom of your screen towards the top of your screen, lane 1 to lane 6.
The results of the 100 butterfly. In 4th place, Vines, South. In 3rd place, Becker, South. In 2nd place, Roberts, Wahpeton. And winning the 100-yard butterfly, Quabell, South.
.500-yard freestyle. Allison Close from Fargo South in lane 2. Abigail Charbonneau from Fargo South in lane 3. Brooklyn Hansen from Shanley in lane 4, and Chloe Rubbish from Wahpeton in lane 5.
In lane 3 from South, Charbonneau. In lane 4 from Shanley, Hansen. And in lane 5 from Wahpeton, Rubbish.
Total of 10, I believe 10 trips up and down the pool here for the 500-yard freestyle. Shanley in the lead right now. In lane 4, that is Brooklyn Hansen, the 7th grader. Right behind her in lane 3 there from Fargo South is the 8th grader, Abigail Charbonneau. Hansen continues to remain in the lead there for Shanley in lane 4. She'll make the turn and remain in the lead as Fargo South will come in second here. And there's your top 2 swimmers at the moment. See the numbers down there that say 5 right now. I believe that goes all the way up to 20 if I'm not mistaken. Once again, Brooklyn Hansen, the 7th grader there in lane 4 with a substantial lead right now. That's Charbonneau for Fargo South, who's going to spin around here, and she's currently your 2nd place swimmer. 3rd place over there in lane 5 is Chloe Rubbish from Wahpeton. And about to spin just out of the camera there. Can't quite get tilted down to get the edge there, but that is Allison Close from Fargo South. And Shanley just continues to increase their lead. Spins around there at about 228. We'll see when Charbonneau will hit the turn. It's already been 10 seconds. She'll hit it at 2:43. So it's about a 15-second lead there for Hansen in lane 4 for Shanley. And there's your leader from Shanley, Hansen, the 7th grader. Once again, your current leader in lane 4 there. Brooklyn Hansen from Shanley, a 7th grader. Could say Sullivan Middle School, possibly. That'd be a good guess. That's Charbonneau for Fargo South, currently making the turn there in lane 3. And Brooklyn Hansen's lead is so big that she's starting to lap her opponents now. She has a 2-lap lead on 2nd place right now. And she'll finish with a time of approximately 6:08. And now it's a battle for 2nd place. And Charbonneau there in lane 3 will have her final trip down the pool. Lanes 2 and 5 still have an extra trip yet. So Charbonneau will turn at the far end there. Currently at about 6:49 and counting here. And she will finish with a time of approximately 7:04. Final trip for the last 2 swimmers there. Chloe Rubbish over in lane 5 appears to be the next finisher in this race here, the 500-yard freestyle. Heat 1 of 2, by the way. And she'll touch up with a time of approximately 7:35. And coming in here on the near side at approximately 7:41 was Allison Close. .9, or check that, 6:08.64, the official winning time there for Brooklyn Hanson of Shanley. And now heat 2. Swimmers in range 2, 3, 4, 5. Olivia Johnson from Shanley in 2. Danny Heckerman from Shanley in 3. Sierra Martin from Fargo South in 4. Kenna Remley from Wahpeton in 5. And they're off. Heat 2 with a 500-yard freestyle. And pretty close here on the first trip down, especially in lanes 3 and 4. They turn at about the same time. So you got Danny Heckerman and Sierra Martin neck for neck early on here. And it looks like Heckerman will take a slight lead over Martin. And Heckerman will indeed increase her lead a little bit over Martin there in lane 3. Martin in lane 4. Heckerman from Shanley. Martin from Fargo South, and Heckerman's cruising right now. Flips on the touch there, about 1:03 on the time. And on that touch at about 1:19. Heckerman on about 1:37 on that spin there. Still in second there, Sierra Martin over in lane 4, right there. In lane 2 there from Shanley is Olivia Johnson as Heckerman turns and comes back. Looks like Johnson from Shanley's in 3rd right now. Still ways to go, just not quite to halfway, but almost. Over in lane 5 there is Kenna Remley from Wahpeton, the 8th grader. And there's your leader, Danny Heckerman. Officially at the halfway point now here for Heckerman. Martin turning on the wall there for Fargo South. And Heckerman's already down at the other end and turning again. That turn came at approximately 3:19. Heckerman will hit that turn at 3:52. Heckerman with almost a lap lead on her opponents now. Heckerman's turn comes at about 4:27. Final trip here for Heckerman. 5:17.92 was the record set back on October 2nd, 2009. Just went over that mark a couple seconds ago. That was by Lexi Halberstad, who set that record. And she'll finish up with approximately time of 5:35. And now it's a battle for second. That's Sierra Martin right there, who will finish up with a time of approximately 5:53. And she'll finish up with approximate time of 6:07 in lane 2 there for Olivia Johnson. Waiting on Kenna Remley there from Wahpeton as she's coming back on her final trip down the pool here.
Here are the results of the 100-yard freestyle in second place from Wahpeton, Madero. In fourth place,
And we did not mean to do that, folks.
third place from Shanley Conrad. In second place from Fargo South Wall, and winning the 100-yard freestyle, Jager from Shanley. "200-yard freestyle relay, heat 1.
All right, that brings us to the 200-yard freestyle. Heat 1 of 2. It's the 200-yard freestyle relay. Fargo South in lane 2 and 3. In lane 2 for the Bruins, it's the team of Mao, Darling, Gatornsom, and Rhodey. In lane 3 for the Bruins, it's the team of Greenberg, Haas, Charbonneau, and Vines. Lane 3 there, finish up with an approximate time of 2:13.99. Guess you could say that's an official time. And Fargo South will finish up in lane 4 there with a time of approximately 2:47. .245 to be exact.
Heat 2.
Heat 2 will feature swimmers and teams of swimmers in lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Shanley in lane 2, Fargo South in lane 3, Shanley in lane 4, Fargo South in lane 5, and Wahpeton in lane 6.
Swimming in lane 2, Shanley Deacons, Polo, Jones, Marketing, and Jones. Swimming in lane 3, Fargo South A, Martin, Human, Cabell, and Iverson. Swimming in lane 4, Shanley A, Green, Ashley, Conrad, Heckman. Swimming in lane 5, Fargo South B, Wall, Coleman, Owen, and Owen. And swimming in lane 6, Wahpeton A, Pearson, Rivero, Robert, and Emily.
So looks like our leader there is in lane 3 from Shanley. It's Sarah Osley, the second swimmer for the Deacons there in lane 3. And Abby Conrad will take off here as soon as she touches. And there goes Conrad. So the Deacons in the lead right now here. Just over a minute into the race. And Heckman will be the next swimmer for the Deacons in lane 3. And there she goes. Heckman's on her way back. She'll touch up with an approximate time of 1:50. Final swimmer will touch up at approximately 2:03. That'll wrap up event number 9 and bring us into the women's 100-yard backstroke. 2 more after this one, the 100-yard breaststroke and the 400-yard freestyle relay will be our final 2 races after the 100-yard breaststroke here. Heat 1 of 2 will include swimmers in lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ashley Jean Williams from Fargo South in lane 2. Macy Marcuson and Myra Snyder from Shanley in lanes 3 and 4 respectively, and Audrey Komrosky from Fargo South in lane 5. Once again, it's heat 1 of the 100-yard backstroke.
From South, Williams. In lane 3 from Shanley, Marcuson. In lane 4 from Shanley, Snyder. And in lane 5 from South, Komrosky.
Got a tight race there in 2, 3, and 4. Pretty much even. Maybe a slight advantage there in lane 5. And it will indeed be lane 5's Fargo South. Or check that, looking at the wrong roster there. Lane 5's Fargo South Audrey Komrosky in the lead at the moment. Check that. My bad. Lane 4, Myra Snyder from Shanley. She's the one in the lead. I was laying off there. I apologize. There's your leader from Shanley in lane 4, Myra Snyder. Her teammate there in lane 3, Macy Markinson, pretty close. 44.83 and 45.43 are the official times of finishing times there for the two Deacon swimmers.
Team 2.
There's a mix-up of swimmers on a couple different versions of the program here that they're trying to sort out. That is the reason for the short delay here. Once again, we're about to start Heat 2 of Event 10, the 100-yard backstroke. Okay, so there'll be swimmers in all 6 lanes, I do believe. Yep. I forgot the first name, but it's LaJessie, or LaJess, who'll be swimming in lane 1.
Swimming in lane 1 from Wahpeton, LaJessie. In lane 2 from South, Hummer. In lane 3 from South, Iverson. In lane 4 from Shanley, Connor. In lane 5 from South, Haas. And in lane 6 from Wahpeton, Peterson.
In lane 3 there, making the turn, and currently in the lead is Katie Iverson from Fargo South. Iverson will make the turn at approximately 48 seconds. And Iverson will finish up at approximately 105. I guess I was off by a second or so. 107.20, the official time for Iverson.
Fourth place, Hanson, Shanley. Third place, Johnson, Shanley. Second place, Martin, Fargo South. And the winner of the 500-yard freestyle, Heckerman from Shanley. 100-yard breaststroke, heat 1.
All right, that brings us to event 11 of 12, 100-yard breaststroke. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 trips down the pool here. Shanley, and Shanley in lanes 2, 3, and 4. It's Kendall Jones, Brooklyn Greening, and Sarah Noah.
Swimming in lane 2 from Shanley, Jones. In lane 3 from Shanley, Greening. And in lane 4 from Shanley, Noah.
And turning first there in lane 4 is Sarah. Check that lane 3 was Brooklyn Greening. Greening in the lead right now. She will make her final trip down the pool. That turn came at about 46 seconds. In second place in lane 2, here's Kendall Jones. Over on the far side is Sarah Noah. Right there's your leader, it's Greening. Turning there in second. And once again, here's your current leader, if I can get the camera on her. And Greening will finish with an approximate time of 1:37. In lane 2 here, finishing up with an approximate time of 1:45 was Kendall Jones. And Sarah Noah will finish up over in that lane at a time of approximately 1:54.
Heat 2.
Swimmers in all 6 lanes here for heat number 2. And they're off. Emily Holdel from Shanley in lane 1. Oceana Coolmoose from Fargo South in lane 2. Micaiah Owens from Fargo South in lane 3. Miriam Breen from Shanley in lane 4. Alexa Lorsbo from Shanley in lane 5. And Haley Modrow from Wahpeton in lane 6.
And swimming in lane 6, Wahpeton.
Modero, excuse me. Miriam Breen currently in the lead here, not by much, but it has the slight advantage in lane 4 over Micaiah Owens from Fargo South in lane 3. They'll turn only about a second apart. It'll come down to these two right here. Breen in lane 4, Owens in lane 3. And Breen will have the slight advantage here, and Breen will touch up with a time of about 1:19, with Owens right behind her at about 1:21. Get the official times here, 1:19.79 and 1:21.52.
Third place, Fargo South B, Wall, Coolmoose, Owens, and Owens. In second place, Shanley A, Breen.
That'll bring us to our 12th and final event. It's the 400-yard freestyle relay.
and Iverson.
Fargo South in lanes 2 and 3, Shanley in lane 4, Fargo South in lane 5 here in the final event of the evening.
400-yard freestyle relay, heat 1.
right, lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nobody in lane 1. Here in the 400-yard freestyle relay. One heat. The team of Wall, Close, Coolmoose, and Becker in lane 2. Team of Martin, Quabell, Human, and Iverson in lane 3. The team of Hansen, Johnson, Heckeman, and Jager in lane 4. And Gatorsum, Komorowski, Williams, and Schmidt in lane 5. Lane 4 currently in the lead. That's Shanley. Swimmer's Olivia Johnson. Next swimmer here will be Danny Heckeman, and she takes off. Heckeman will maintain that lead over there in lane 4 for the Deacons. After Heckeman, the Deacons will have Haley Jager swimming in lane 4. Well, I must. I may have been ahead of myself by a swimmer here, and I apologize if that's the case. We'll try and figure it out here. And that is Heckeman. She's cruising right now in lane 4 for the Shanley Deacons. If I was a swim coach, I'd want her on my team for sure. She is a speedster out there. Now Jager will take off in lane 4 for the Deacons, and that she'll make a trip up and back and a trip up and back, and then Deacons should wrap up the 400-yard freestyle relay in lane 4. That turn there for Jager came at about 3:35. 3:45 was the record set back on October 27th, 2001 by the team of Bushkull, Watkins, Bird, and Harris. And that was here in this very pool. Jager will touch up at about 4:05, and she'll win it for the Deacons in lane 4. .405.79 to be exact. And in lane 3 there, finishing up, was Katie Iverson for Fargo South. She will finish with a time of 4:09 and a few odd tenths of a second. 4:18. Here's your third place time. Sorry, didn't have the camera set where I wanted it there.
Results of the 100-yard backstroke. In 5th place, Lejeski, Wahpeton. In 4th place, Human.
And that will wrap things up here.
In 3rd place, from South, Haas. In 2nd place, Shanley Conrad, and the winner of the 100-yard backstroke from Fargo South, Iverson. Here are the results of the 100-yard breaststroke. In 5th place, Madero, Wahpeton, 5th place. In 4th place from Shanley, Hodo. In 3rd place from South, Polomoose. In 2nd place from South, Owens. And winning the 100-yard breaststroke from Shanley High School, Green. Here are the results of the 400-yard freestyle relay. In 3rd place, Fargo South B, Wall, Polomoose, Closey, and Becker. In 2nd place, Fargo South A, Detormson, Human, Schmartin, and Iverson. And winning the 400-yard freestyle relay, Shanley A, Hanson, Johnson, Heckerman, and Jager. The final score for tonight's meet, Fargo South 109, Shanley 69.
All right, there's your final. We will take a timeout and come back with your post-meet show in a few minutes here and give you the final results for every swimmer in every race and every diver in every dive right after this.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Download Game Time today.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
What a stop. All right, welcome back there. And if you don't know who that is there, that is the head coach for the Fargo South Bruins, who was tricked into getting into the water there along with the other coaches. And so the Fargo South Bruins pick up a victory here in the triangular against Wahpeton and Shanley. Let's start back in event number 1. We'll keep it there until the coach gets out of the water. Usually the coach is ready to go by the time I get through about half of these results. I'm assuming he's going to need to dry up a little bit here. That'll give us a little bit extra time. So, no, I did not plan that. I did not tell the girls to do that, to put them in the water. So just FYI, a disclaimer there. Also want to say a shout out and thanks to Mike Beaton, the athletic director here at Fargo South, for allowing us to attend tonight's swim meet. We certainly appreciate the friendliness and the hospitality that we've had over these several occasions in many different sports: volleyball, basketball, softball, soccer, football, swimming, you name it. We've done pretty much all of them here. over the year. I don't know if we've done a baseball game. I think that's the one game we probably haven't done for Fargo South yet. But we'll try and scratch that off the list in the near future. 12 events. Event 1 was the 200-yard medley relay. Coming in first with a time of 2:15:41 was the Fargo South team of Madeline Haas, Michaela Owens, Shelby Vines, and Ava Owens. Coming in second was with a time of 2:19:24 was the team from Wahpeton of Chloe Rubbish, Bree Peterson, Sydney Robertson, Haley Mudrow. Coming in third with a time of 2:20:93 was the team from Shanley that included Abby Conrad, Brooklyn Hansen, Kendall Jones, and Haley Jagger. Coming in fourth with a time of 2:24:14 from Shanley, the team of Olivia Johnson, Miriam Breen, Myra Snyder, and Sarah Osley. Coming in fifth, the team from Fargo South with a time of 2:32:44, Nora Becker, Aaliyah Greenberg, Haley Schmidt, and Abigail Charbonneau. Coming in sixth with a time of 2:38:31 was the team from Shanley, Sarah Noah, Brooklyn Greening, Macy Markinson, and Olivia Jones. Coming in seventh with a time of 2:45:25, the team from Fargo South that includes Ashley Jean Williams, Abby Gatorsam, Allison Close, and Audrey Komrosky. And that would wrap up event number 1. Event number 2, the 200-yard freestyle, and Sierra Martin from Fargo South got a state qualifying time of 2:08:61. Sydney Quibell from Fargo South, a state qualifying time of 2:09:78. Other swimmers include Haley Jagger from Shanley, 2:20:42. Oceana Coolmoose from Fargo South, 2:23:75. Olivia Jones from Shanley, 2:30:84. And Elena Legess from Wahpeton with a time of 2:33:66 in the 200-yard freestyle. 200-yard individual medley would include, your winner would be Katie Iverson from Fargo South. State qualifying time of 2:19:70. Sydney Roberts from Wahpeton finished second with a time of 2:30:65. Danny Heckerman from Shanley with a time of 2:33:05. Olivia Johnson from Shanley with a time of 2:36:11. Mariah, I said it right earlier, and now I'm having trouble, and I apologize there. Miriam Breen, the sophomore from Shanley, with a time of 2:45:46. Nora Becca from Fargo South, 2:55:03. Shelby Vines from Fargo South, 3:02:80. Abigail Charbonneau, 3:04 even, and Madeline Haas was DQ'd in the 200-yard individual medley. For the 50-yard freestyle, Darby Human from Fargo South, state qualifying time of 27:32. Brooklyn Hansen from Shanley with a state qualifying time of 27:66. Other swimmers included Sarah Wall, Fargo South, 28:38. Mikhail Owens, Fargo South, 29:28. Sarah Osley from Shanley, 29:42. Kenna Remley from Wahpeton, 30:66. Olivia Jones from Shanley, 30:75. Chloe Rubbish from Wahpeton, 33:72. And Jaden Cherry from Wahpeton finished 9th with a time of 42:10. And after 4 events, Fargo South led Shanley 38-24. Event 5 was the 1-meter diving, and that was won by Mackenzie Rohde from Fargo South with a total score of 2:26. Kieran Darling from Fargo South comes in second with 188.70, and Anna Gatorsam from Fargo South comes in third with a total of 187.55. Kayla Matheson from Shanley with a total of 182.90. Sarah Osley from Shanley, total of 180.55. Maddie Fisher from Shanley, a total of 126.00. And Jacqueline Mao from Fargo South mistakenly did the wrong dive in round 6, and as a result, she'd be X'd out with a total score of 104.65. And that would bring us to event number 6, which was the 100-yard butterfly. That would be won by Sydney Quibell from Fargo South with a time of 109.26. Sydney Roberts from Wahpeton would finish second with a time of 114.66. Nora Becker from Fargo South with a time of 126.64. Shelby Vines from Fargo South with a time of 128.56. And that'd bring us to event number 7 here, and that is the 100-yard freestyle. Looks like the coach got out of the water there, so we'll give him time to dry off, and we'll zoom out here and get the swimmers in cool down mode there. So let's see here, the 100-yard freestyle. was won by Haley Jagger of Shanley with a state qualifying time of 59.14. Sarah Wall from Fargo South came in second with a time of 101.34. Abby Conrad from Shanley came in third with a time of 103.63. Bree Peterson from Wahpeton came in fourth with a time of 107.99. Haley Modero, there we go. Haley Modero. I knew I had to get it right. From Wahpeton finished fifth with a time of 109.19. Ava Owens from Fargo South finished sixth with a time of 109.24. Leah Greenberg from Fargo South with a time of 110.70. Let's see here. Shanley's Emily Hodel finished eighth with a time of 114.31. And Wahpeton's Jaden Cherry finished ninth with a time of 135.36. In event 8 was the 500-yard freestyle, and that would be won by Danny Heckeman of Shanley with a state qualifying time of 5:34.94. Sierra Martin from Fargo South would also qualify for state, coming in second with a time of 5:53.26. Olivia Johnson from Shanley would finish third with a time of 6:06.96. Shanley's Brooklyn Hansen would finish fourth with a time of 6:08.64. Finishing with a time of 6:34.56 was Kenna Remley from Wahpeton coming in fifth. Coming in sixth was Abigail Charbonneau from Fargo South with a time of 7:03.94. Chloe Rubbish from Wahpeton with a time of 7:35.07. And Allison Closely with Allison Close with a time of 7:40.59, coming in ninth in the 500-yard freestyle. Event 9 would be the 200-yard freestyle relay. And that would be won by the Fargo South team of Sierra Martin, Darby Human, Sydney Quibell, and Katie Iverson with a time of 1:51.10. Shanley's team of Miriam Breen, Sarah Osley, Abby Conrad, and Danny Heckeman would finish second with a time of 1:56.19. Finishing third, the team from Fargo South with a time of 1:58.53. Sarah Wall, Oceana Coolmoose, Ava Owens, and Micaiah Owens. And finishing fourth from Wahpeton with a time of 2:01.62 was the team of Bree Peterson, Haley Modero, Sydney Roberts, and Kenna Remley. Finishing fifth from Fargo South with a time of 2:13.06 was the team of Aaliyah Greenberg, Madeline Haas, Abigail Charbonneau, and Shelby Vines. Finishing sixth with a time of 2:13.49, Emily Hodel, Kendall Jones, Macy Marcuson, and Olivia Jones from Shanley. And the other team finishing with a time of 2:45.92 on a DQ. Jacqueline Maung, Kieran Darling, Anna Gatorsum, and Mackenzie Rohde from Fargo South. That'll bring us to event number 10, which was the 100-yard backstroke, and that was won by Katie Iverson of Fargo South, the sophomore, finished with a state qualifying time of 1:05.02. Shanley's Abby Conrad would come in second with a time of 1:12.69. Madeline Haas comes in third for the Bruins at 1:13.50. Darby Human comes in fourth for the Bruins with a time of 1:13.92. Elena Legess from Wahpeton with a time of 1:16.66 finishes fifth in the 100-yard backstroke, and then finishing seventh was Myra Snyder from Shanley with a time of 1:27.13, and Macy Marcuson finishing eighth from Shanley with a time of 1:27.45. Other swimmers included Ashley Jean Williams from Fargo South, 1:32.38, and Audrey Komrosky from Fargo South, 1:39.89. Event 11 was the 100-yard breaststroke, and that would be won by Miriam Breen from Shanley, the sophomore. 1:19.79 was her finishing time. Fargo South would come in a close second at 1:21.52 with Micaiah Owens, and then Oceana Coolmoose, the freshman from the Bruins, would finish with a time of 1:26.16 in third place. And fourth was Emily Hodel from Shanley with a time of 1:28.51. Haley Modero from Wahpeton finished fifth with a time of 1:32.44. Other swimmers, all from Shanley: Brooklyn Greening with a time of 1:37.24, Kendall Jones with a time of 1:46.23, and Sarah Noah with a time of 1:54.12. And then your final event, event number 12, was the 400-yard freestyle relay, and that was won by the Shanley team of Brooklyn Hanson, Olivia Johnson, Danny Heckerman, and Haley Jager, finishing with a time of 4:05.79. Fargo South's team of Abby Gatorsum, Darby Human, Sierra Martin, and Katie Iverson would finish with a time of 4:18.09 in second place. Bruins would also come in third with their team of Sarah Wall, Oceana Coolmoose, and Allison Close, and Nora Becker with a time of 4:46.07. And then Fargo South would finish fourth with Haley Schmidt, Audrey Kromrosky, Ashley Jean Williams, and Sydney Quibell with a time of 4:49.95, and that would give the Bruins the win, 109-69 here in tonight's meet. Thanks so much for joining us. You can check our upcoming stream schedule on our website at msportsnet.com. Under the games button, click on stream schedule. Also, volleyball teams, football teams, tournaments are coming up. If you'd like us to be there and nobody else is going to be there, we do need some help. Donations, sponsorships, boosters, it's all there on the homepage. Well, not really on the homepage, but on msportsnet.com. Right in the middle of the toolbar there, you see the word tournaments. If you click on that, you can get all the rates that we need to pay to the North Dakota High School Activities Association in order to broadcast those events, and we would certainly love it if you were to help us out. First come, first serve. So if you want your team to get coverage, go to our website now before somebody else does. This broadcast here, if you missed it or you couldn't watch the whole thing live, it'll be available within about 30 to 60 minutes after the conclusion of our broadcast, which is coming up right about now. Thanks so much for watching. We certainly appreciate it. We'll talk to you next time here on the ND Sports Channel. The preceding was a presentation of the ND Sports Channel, the Magnitude Sports Media Network.